Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Shaz, and in this channel we talk about all kinds of colorful makeup. I have something different on this channel today. This is going to be the first video in this kind of a series that I'm trying to start. This is going to be a series across between Will I Buy It, new makeup releases, Antihaul. So I'm going to be talking about palettes that came up in the past couple of weeks or are going to come out in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to just try to see if I can talk myself out of buying it or explain to you if I'm going to buy it. And maybe you can also do me a favor and write in the comments what you're thinking about the palettes, if there is anything you're gonna buy. Or if you want to change my mind about a palette that I might be wanting to buy or might not be wanting to buy. I thought this video might be super long because it's going to be the first video, and I already have created a very long list in front of me. That's why I thought I'm just going to break it into two videos, and I'm going to tag the second video right at the end of this video. And if you liked what you're watching, you can just go right ahead into the second video and watch the rest of it. Okay, without further ado, I have my tea prepared, and if you want to get your tea, get your coffee, get your wine, whatever you're into, it's all good. Let's jump right in. Before I get started, I already have this look up on this channel. I made this with the Midnight palette by Beauty Bay. And I know that palette is $11 on Beauty Bay website, and it's already available. It's been available for a while. I just figured I should let you all know just in case you were curious. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time if I'm not gonna be looking at the camera the whole time. I have my computer down here, and I'm gonna be looking at these palettes as we are talking and let you know what I'm thinking. So the first palette we're going to be talking about is the Beauty Bay New Mood, which I think just got released, although it was sneak peeked, I want to say a month ago. When I saw this palette earlier, I thought this is really a palette I want to have because it's very pretty, and I have a pretty big Beauty Bay collection. As I said, I already have this video on the channel with the Beauty Bay Midnight. I have the other two 16 pans from the same collection. I also have a bunch of other 20 pans from Beauty Bay. I think they're all discontinued though. I actually don't think any Beauty Bay 20 pans are being sold right now. I feel like I have this palette in the other ones. Also, a good bit of this palette is neutral colors, which I'm not that big on. And honestly, there might be some repeat shades that I already have in other palettes. That's why I think it's a pass. The next one is Colored Rain's new collection called Secret Garden, I think. It's a 6-pan palette. I'm mainly going to look at the palettes, obviously, although, maybe if I pick up the palette, I might pick up a couple of other things as well. So I'm liking the palette. 6-pan, all matte, super nice. And I do not own anything by Colored Rain. I would love to try Colored Rain, but this is not something that makes me think, yes, I need to have it right now. And right now I have enough palettes in my collection that I have actually not even tried yet, that I don't think it's justified to spend so much money on a new 6-pan all matte palettes. I also feel like I have all the mattes under the sun in some palette or the other. Let me know what your thoughts are on Colored Rain. Is it good quality? What's your experience been? As I said, I don't own anything by them. Trying to figure out which one of these is going to be that first palette that I'm going to buy from this brand. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is the Give Me Glow brand. I also don't own anything by Give Me Glow. That's another brand that I'm kind of thinking about in terms of like what's going to be the first thing I'm going to buy from them. Of the two releases, two quad releases that they had earlier in the year, I don't know how long ago these came out, Dragon's Blood and Xenon pastels. I like both of them. Don't know about the quality of their mattes. Please let me know what your thoughts are. As I said, I don't own anything by them, but absolutely love the possibility of having the duochromes, particularly the Xenon duochrome. That purple to green to gold color is just extremely beautiful. I'm sure the other one's going to be the same too. It's just that I feel like between all my Cliona duochrome, multichrome. I think I said duochrome. I meant multichrome. I think between all the Cliona multichromes and the Divina multichromes and the Terra Moons multichromes, I have this color at least duped a couple of times in my collection already. Now, about the two palettes that they just came up with, these are two magnetic palettes, 10 pan each, and they have singles in them. You can either buy the magnetic palettes completely empty, or you can buy them with already pre-populated with 10 of their shadows, their single shadows, and they both speak to my heart. They're so pretty, but is $45 justified for 10 pans? I'm gonna quickly look, because these are mattes and duochromes, right? I don't think there are any multichromes in these. Am I wrong there? You know, what I might do is I might try to dupe this with what I already have. Let me know what your thoughts are. That color, Rave Princess and Coming to the Stage, they're both so pretty. This is from the Coral Nightlife, and then from the Teal Nightlife, the matte color, I think the name is Limeade. Oh my God, that's such a beautiful matte. Let me know what your thoughts are on the quality of Give Me Glow mattes, and what your thoughts are on the pricing. Do you think it's worth it? Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, this is one thing I am super excited about. I actually just realized I haven't looked at how much they are supposed to cost. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna put some budget aside to buy a couple of these. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it in the first round, but I'm probably gonna create a budget, as I always do. And what I'm talking about is Cliona's new multichromes. It seems like with this collection, they're also gonna have some nail polishes. I bought the Dragon Fruit collection that came out a couple of months ago, and I have the two nail polishes that came with that collection. I bought the whole collection. I'm probably going to do a couple of looks on this channel with that. Let me know if you're interested. And I used the nail polishes. They performed pretty well, but what I'm even more excited about is the new shades. However, right now I might not be able to afford. Let me know if you're picking any particular color from this collection. They look so divine and beautiful. I already have, I want to say, at least 3 full collections from Cliona's stained glass multichromes, and I have thought about doing, you know, a swatch video and provide some additional perspective about them for you guys, because I've spent so much money on these multichromes, and I don't think I'm using them enough, and I thought maybe I can use some of the money that I spend on these to provide some benefits to my viewers. But anyway, let me know if you're buying any of these. I'm thinking generally that I'm probably gonna spend a little bit more money around towards the end of the year, you know, with the Black Friday sales, and maybe some of the brands have sometimes have Labor Day sales, so I'm kind of saving money for that. You know, the Labor Day sale is gonna be just a month away, so let me know your thoughts. Okay, this next one I already bought. I know, that's part of the reason why I'm thinking, because I've already picked up a couple of things and you're gonna see. So this next one is the JD Glow Cosmetics, the Milky Way Shadow Bundle. They are 9 super cool, super different eyeshadows that you can buy individually for $7.75, or you can buy the bundle as of the time I'm filming this, and it's still available for $65.25. I bought this bundle this morning. I saw these on Instagram and I thought, this is so different. Right now I'm super in the market for things that are different. When I saw these, I was like, this is just divine. Like, look at the earth. Oh my God, the earth one is just so cute. I also, as a child, I had an astronaut phase. Do all kids go through that? I had an astronaut, like not astronaut, like I never wanted to be an astronaut, but I had a phase when I was just obsessed with the galaxy, and like I was just obsessed. Anyway, moving on. But that's part of the reason why I'm so into eyeshadows that have like names associated with the galaxy, like 90% of Terra Moon's collection. And also these. I think I heard about them yesterday and I thought, I'm buying that. Anyway, moving on. And speaking of Terra Moons, the next one is Terra Moons. Terra Moons had released just recently, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, released their summer bundle. What is the name of this bundle? I don't know what the name of the bundle is. I'm on their website and it just says summer launch bundle. Did this have a name? No, just summer launch bundle. I controlled myself for the past 3 or 4 weeks since this is released, and I did not buy it. So let me know if there's any that you're buying. I haven't fully decided. I'm trying to avoid their website. And the other thing is that I probably own 90% of, if not 95% of what Terramoon has available on their website, and probably a bunch of things that they no longer have available. And I was thinking about doing swatch parties and things like that. And then that could help you all make better purchase decisions. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. But what I was going to say is that until I use at least every single that I bought from Terramoon's or any other brand, I don't think it makes sense for me to buy more from that brand, right? Moving on to the next one. And this is another brand I don't own anything by. A Touch of Glam just released earlier this week. They released, what is it called? Color Me Multi 2. Spring collection or something like that. Yeah, spring summer edition. And this is supposed to be 13 new multi-shifters. They're supposed to be metallic brights and pastel shifters that are added to their I believe they owned 6 of these in another bundle that they released a while ago. I bought this. When did I buy it? Like March, April. And you know, I think everybody who's purchased from this brand knows it takes a while for them to ship. I don't know if they even have it made when you order it, or they just get the pre-order and then they produce it. No problem. I can understand why that would be a case with, you know, smaller batch productions and things like that. But because I still haven't received those 6 that I ordered earlier, and it was already like 2 or 3 months ago, I feel like I shouldn't put more orders in until I receive those and use them. But I have already added this collection in my Etsy cart, and I might change my mind at any moment and go and press buy. So I just wanted to say that if you all want to talk me out of it or talk me into it, let me know. I have not watched anybody's swatch on this. I don't know if anybody's received it yet, you know, earlier and created any videos on it. But the videos that I saw from Touch of Glam Beauty online, they were just divine. And I thought to myself, I want this. I want to shower in this. For better or for worse, there is another bundle by Touch of Glam Beauty, and I added that bundle also to my cart. This is their metallic multi-shifter bundle. Actually, maybe I said it wrong. I thought the other one I also said metallic multi-shifter, but these are definitely metallic multi-shifters. That's what the description says. And this is a bundle of 9, and the swatches of these, everybody, the swatches of these online on Instagram, they were just so beautiful. And I ordered in the order that I put earlier in the year that I was just talking about. I also bought all of their holographic shadows and some of their most sold shadows, and I continue to feel like until I receive that, I shouldn't buy anymore. Let me know what you're thinking. Quickly correcting myself. So the first bundle of 13 is metallic brights and pastel shifters, and the second one is metallic multi-shifters. Okay, everybody, this is another thing that I picked up already, and I picked that up this morning when it became available. Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes, everybody. The palette that everybody wanted. The palette that broke the internet earlier. So I've been wanting this palette since I saw it the first time, and I think it's already been 2 restocks. And for some odd reason, I missed both restocks, but I put my alarm clock for the time it was going to release. I actually didn't know when it was going to release, but I was checking at the hour pretty much every hour today. And I thought, I'm buying this, whatever happens. And when it launched, I snagged it. And, you know, because it's coming from the UK, I always add a bunch of other things. So I got this palette, got their other pink palette. I'm going to put it on the screen. I don't remember the name. I also got a brush set. This is part of the reason why I'm saying I don't know if I'll have enough money to buy anything else. Okay, friends. Okay, friends, the next thing that's gonna launch is called Strawberry Fields, which is a new collection by Jaclyn Hill. Obviously, we all know Jaclyn can sell anybody anything. And this collection, just the photos are so beautiful and the colors are super, super pretty. The only thing is that I feel that I have this palette 200 times over. If you cover the bottom row, the top row is fully neutral. I see white. I don't know if it's actually like matte white or not, but it would be so funky if that's one of those like duochrome or multichrome whites, or if the red was like a multichrome red, the middle shade in the lower row. But I don't think that's going to be the case. And if something like that is not the case, I feel like I have this palette multiple times over. Jacqueline's brand is a brand I have not tried, but I'm very open to trying. I have tried and I own both of her palettes from Morphe, obviously a completely different brand. But I have not tried her own brand, and I'm open to trying it if she releases a palette with a color story I'm into. And so the thing is that Jacqueline's makeup aesthetics is very neutral, trending, and my makeup aesthetics is the complete opposite, obviously. That's part of the reason why I haven't bought anything from her. Not the palette itself, but those lip colors I would like to swatch in Ulta. I'm pretty sure this is going to come to Ulta, right? And I'm going to probably swatch them in Ulta because I'm looking at the, obviously with the lip, liquid lipsticks is difficult to see, but the lip pencils, all three colors are colors that I wear, and I would be very interested in seeing what they look like on me. Okay, everybody, the next one is obviously ColourPop. So there's a couple of things by ColourPop, right? Number one is this one came out last week or maybe 10 days ago. This is the BT21 Bon Voyage collection. So when I saw this release, obviously separate from just not knowing what BT21 was, what I thought about was the Super Shock shadows are super pretty. I would love, I think this kind of Super Shock, like swirly, whatever they call that, Super Shock shadows came out as part of another collection they had, I want to say 2018, that was with some ice cream brand. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. I cannot remember the name of this ice cream brand. I'm going to show it on the bottom. And I missed out on buying those. I still kind of have regrets for that. I really wanted to buy them, but I kind of didn't want to spend money on them back then. So when I saw them, I'm like, yes, let's do more of these. But the problem is that I already own way too many Super Shock shadows and I don't wear them enough. Although I love Super Shock texture and quality, particularly for highlighters and blushes, I use a lot of Super Shock. The only reason I don't use the Super Shock shadows is because it just doesn't occur to me. Usually I make looks with one palette and I rarely think, okay, bring a bunch of Super Shocks and complement it with the palette. It's something that I need to keep reminding myself to like have more available and around me when I'm doing my makeup so that I remember to use them. But the palette, I'm not understanding the top row because the top row I think is shimmers, but like I don't understand. Why would anybody want a row of white? Yeah, I'm not understanding this. This palette just doesn't excite me. I think Lauren May Beauty in her review said that this reminded her of the collab between Morphe and Maddie Ziegler that came out a while ago. And she is spot on. This looks so much like that and it just doesn't excite me. Let's move on. We're still on ColourPop. The next one from ColourPop is what I want. So ColourPop is coming up with a 30 pan all matte rainbow palette. I was thinking about this just like a couple of days ago. So I was playing with one of Cara Beauty's palette that's all matte rainbow palette. And I was thinking to myself, why doesn't ColourPop come up with this? Now ColourPop already has Fade into Hue, which is another 30 pan rainbow palette that they came up with, I want to say 2 years ago around, I think holiday times. And I own that palette and I like that palette minus the glitter shades. I think there was a phase where everybody had glitter shades in their palette and now everybody's removing them from the palettes, which is great. I personally don't really use glitter much, definitely not around my eyes. So I feel like I had the idea for this, and ColourPop, I read your mind. And I'm liking this. I'm probably gonna buy this. Every month or every other month, I used to put an order from ColourPop, there would not be a sale where I wouldn't buy something. And I have not bought from ColourPop, I want to say since January, but I want this palette. Like, there's nothing else on their website today that I want. I was quickly looking around to see if I can find my Blend Bunnies Blends palette, which is another 30 pan all matte palette that came out last year. I recently bought that palette, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, right before they launched their new palette, but I'm probably still gonna buy this because I have a lot of all shimmer palettes, and I also have a lot of magnetic palettes that I've created that have all shimmers and multichromes and duochromes and so on that I bought from different brands. And you know, anytime I'm making an eye look, I need to complement that with some mattes. So it's always going to be useful for someone like me to have a matte rainbow palette. So the next one that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to close out the first part of this video right after this one, is Glaminatrix's new launch. It's called Nearly Natural. The design is super pretty. The color story is super pretty. The only thing is that right now I don't need another natural neutral palette. In the same order that I put on Blends Bunny, I just bought her Dollhouse palette. I'm not even sure how much use I'm going to get out of that palette, and I already feel like I have a lot of these colors either in the form of singles or in the other palettes that I own. So although this looks super pretty, I just don't think I need this palette, but I can see that majority of the people in the beauty space are drawn to natural palettes and neutral looks and so on, so I could see a lot of the people I know would want to have this palette. I still haven't received my nocturnal palette order, which was Glaminatrix's last launch, and I think I put my order 2 months ago, 3 months ago, in April-ish, and I'm still waiting on that. And as I said earlier in the video, I feel like until I get a last order from a brand, I don't want to put another order with that same brand. You know, I'm using that as an excuse to shop less. Anyway, let me know if you've bought any of these and you have particular thoughts on any of them. Let me know if I should change my mind about any of these. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel to get more content like this in your feed. So the next video is going to be coming up right after this. If you want to watch that with me, stay tuned. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.